Hi, Brian from Veryfi. Really excited to talk to you today about our ADoX. It's a new interface that we've provided to be able to allow you to quickly and easily add almost any type of document that you would like to be able to pull, extract structured information out of. So we've done a lot of work with invoices and receipts, tax forms like W-2s, W-9s, credit cards, checks. So we've done a number of dedicated models. This is our ability to be able to go ahead and allow you to do just about any type of document by quickly creating a blueprint and applying that and running it against an endpoint. So I'm going to show this to you today in 3 different ways. We're going to start out by looking at my phone, and we're going to run a couple of documents through our Lens as an example. So this is our Lens demo app. And then we're also going to look at our interactive API. So what does that look like if you're not using Lens to be able to do a REST API call to process a document through ADoX? And then we'll look at the results of those documents through our hub, which is our way to visualize the results, and it's the place where we create our blueprints. So starting out, we're going to start over here in the Veryfi interface, and you'll notice, we have a lot of different ones, and we've exposed or pointed Lens at a couple of our different ADoX blueprints. So insurance cards, passports, driver's licenses, nutrition facts, those are all pointed at our ADoX interface. So let's start out by doing a driver's license. So you'll notice it's doing the same cropping and image detection that we normally do for all of our other documents. So I can go ahead and submit that, as part of the process. It's now extracting out, what state this is in, the number for the license, the date of birth, expiry date. So all of this information is all being extracted and it's being provided back to your application in key value pairs. So if I look into our behind the scenes data, right, we can see that we've got the weight, the license number, the height, the issue date, links out to the images. So all that information is available. Typically that's coming back to your application as a JSON file. And we'll look at that in the app here in a little bit. But just give you the idea that we can do this with a lot of different types. Let's take a look at something fun that just about everybody should be able to try out: nutrition facts. Right. So again, I want to be able to go through here, but this is a much more complex table. If you look at these, sometimes they're vertical, sometimes they're just in kind of a paragraph of text, not really in a table. So it's a great ubiquitous use case in there. Very easy for you to try out and take a look at yourselves. You'll notice that it'll have more complex piece because we look at the servings per package and then split it into 2. So you get all of the data per serving and then all of the data per package. So all of that information is coming back in there. And so since it's one serving per package, it's going to be the same on both sides of the table. But that's a great way for you to be able to go through and see all of the extracted data. So let's take a look at the interactive API. So here I've gone to docs.veryfi.com, interactive API. I've entered my credentials in there, and you'll see we're going against our API v8 partner AnyDocuments. And here in this case, I've toggled over to our multi-part form data, and I've just selected a file from my file system. But you have the option, if you want, to be able to try this out by doing a base 64 encoding. So if in memory, you've got access to that JPEG or PDF or file, you can base 64 encode that and then send it over. Or if you've got it in an accessible cloud storage area, you can put the URL to that file in there and pass that through to the package. So if I go ahead and hit try, that's going to send this over to the US Health Insurance card. So that's now processing the document, and it's going to come back with the JSON response here in 5 or 6 seconds to be able to do that. So now we can see that again, it's pulling out the image thumbnail and the PDF that we've cropped and managed there. It knows which template we've done, assigns a unique ID in there, and then it's pulled out that information. So what's the prescription bin number, who are the dependents, what's the group number, the insurance company. So all of this data all being pulled out of there, as well as the subscriber name. So let's take a look at those documents that we just processed through Lens and through the API inside of our hub. So from hubs, I come to the ADoX. I look then at my documents. This is again our visualization tool. It allows me to take a look at that and review what that data looks like. So let's look at our nutrition facts data. You can see the fields here, nice, easy, human readable format. But in code, what you'll be looking at is all of those nutrition facts as JSON objects. So we get nutrition facts per package, nutrition packs per serving, and underneath that there's then these objects within that have the nutrient amount and the nutrient description. So that should be pretty straightforward for you to be able to explore from our hub and take a look at. Here's this US insurance card, that we're able to pull over. So now I can see, what the source image looks like and then the data that we've extracted. All of this is based off of blueprints. Those blueprints are very straightforward. And the key here is that we can do them very quickly. So we can add blueprints for you. So these are a set of various different ones that we've created. And we can go ahead and take a look at what it takes to add a blueprint. In this case, when I hit the add blueprint, it gives me the chance to put in a full name, sample template, and then the document type. And so this has to be a unique name versus the friendly name with spaces and everything in it. And from there, I can start adding all of my key value pairs. And so here we put in the key. This will be things like, patient name, the type, it's a string, description. Again, now I can use spaces and capitalization and an example of what that data might look like. And I can just keep adding fields, as many as I need. And I have a lot of different document types that I can work with. Once I'm done with that, I hit add. That'll add the template in. At the moment, we're working with our customers to interactively add those for them. Eventually, we'll expose that out so that you can add your own blueprints. Then when you're calling the API and you're doing things like a drag and drop into the system, it'll prompt you for that template name. Or as we saw from the interactive API, right, I'm adding in that template name as part of my API call. So I hope you can go out and play around with some of the pre-built ones that we've done, driver's licenses, nutrition facts. So we've got a number of them out there already, exposed, or we'll create a template for you to do your unique documents. Thank you very much.